Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again here on a Friday afternoon. This is Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the radio version. Not as dangerous as the podcast version, but dangerous nonetheless. I am Stevie Ray here with my main man, Mr. Latin Heat himself, Angel Corona. Angel, what is going on today on this glorious Friday afternoon?
What is going on, Stevie Ray? And it is a little dangerous. It's not as dangerous. But when you got Latin Heat over here, it is pretty dangerous.
It's pretty dangerous.
Especially with us two kicking it off on a Friday night.
That's right, brother. And we got a lot of things going on this weekend.
We got a lot.
There's a lot of things going on this weekend, man. Now, who do we have producing for us today? Let's not leave him out. You know, who do we have? Who do we have over there? Is it Vincent
or is it Dakota?
It might be Vincent. Who is it? Who's over there, man? Tell me.
It's Vince.
Vince, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
I heard you've been setting things up for tomorrow. We got a big day, really, really big day tomorrow.
Huge day.
We got a really big day. You know, let's lay it down, man. We got the first annual Houston voting registration drive right here, 415 West Gray. 415 West Gray. Anybody that hasn't voted, come on down. Brother, we got a lot of stuff going on. Angela, you going to be here?
Man, I'm going to be here. You know, I'm actually registered to vote, but I'll definitely be here. It's from 4 to 6. It's the first annual. It's in the heart of downtown, the heart of Houston.
Right.
Right here in Midtown. So
Midtown Bar and Grill.
Yeah, Midtown Bar and Grill.
Don't forget about that. That's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we reside. Midtown Bar and Grill. Excuse me. I just got through drinking a protein shake. I think it's coming back up, man. You know, but Stevie Ray I got to drink a lot of protein, man.
Was that like 50 grams of protein in your shake?
No, man. That's for babies. That's for babies, man.
What do you got, 100?
I got about 80 grams, dog. I got about 80 grams. I lay it down, dog. I lay it down. But, yeah, everybody, if you haven't registered to vote, and if you want to register to vote, right here, Midtown Bar and Grill, right here, edgeradiotv.com. Edge Radio TV. We're hosting this thing tomorrow. We're laying it down. Midtown Bar and Grill, first annual voters registration. And guess what? Not only that, voters swag bags while supplies last. That's what they're going to be.
Those things are going to go fly off the shelf.
Yes.
I mean,
I think I want one.
Right, yeah. We want a swag bag.
Hey, I want a swag bag.
Some cool things in there. I don't know what they got in there.
Who got more swag than us?
Exactly. We need a swag bag.
You know, we need a swag bag. Who brings the swag other than us?
Right.
You know, on the world's most dangerous radio show. Not as dangerous as the podcast, but dangerous nonetheless. Now, let's get down to business, man. Like I was talking about. A lot of things going on. I was watching the basketball game last night between the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. Great game. Great game. I want to know one thing.
What's that?
Why do they still keep talking about LeBron James' age?
It seems like every single time you tune in, they always dissect
He's
his
35
age.
years old.
Right.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
They'll say it in the first quarter. I feel
like Wyatt Earp
right.
on the movie Tombstone when the guy kept saying, "Yeah, law dog don't go around here." What did Wyatt Earp tell him? Yeah, I heard you the first time. What's with that, bro?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just like astonished by his age and how athletic he is. But I mean, LeBron James has been in the game for a long, long time.
17 years.
17 years. I mean, he came straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school.
I mean, it was kind of good that he came out of high school because his body didn't have to go through those college years. I mean, a lot of those
nobody
guys.
Nobody goes to college anyway for no more than a year.
Right. That's true. That's true.
I mean, LeBron James was just a millennium man that probably saw what was going to be happening the next 10, 12 years from now anyway. So I might as well do it now.
Might as well get paid.
I might as well do it now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait on millions. I'm going to go out and take them. LeBron James is not a Bunny and Clyde. He's not a Clyde Barrow like some people that I've talked about on this very show. He's not a Jadeveon Clowney. You know, he's not. He's only been injured once.
Right, and that's the crazy part about his whole career. I mean, he hasn't really dealt with like a torn ACL, a torn Achilles, a pec that, you know, ripped up or something like that. I mean, this guy's been pretty healthy.
Dog, can you?
I don't know what they feed him at home or what he.
What I'm telling you, this guy is a millennium man. This guy is inhuman. This guy is almost immortal. a deity, if you will. Don't worship him or nothing like that, but as far as basketball goes, I've never seen anything like this before.
I mean, yeah, I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, when was the last, let's say, 35 to 36-year-old
playing at this level?
Playing at that level. I mean, typically they're on the decline.
I'll tell you who it was. Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan eating hot dogs in the dugout, drinking a couple beers.
Yeah, but I seen him beat a man up at 42, 43. He beat a young guy up in the middle of the baseball field. What about that?
Yeah, that's
you got to give credit for that.
Oh yeah, that's definitely some street cred.
Yeah,
some street cred.
You little young dude, you run up on me. What did he do? He said, come on over here. Come on in here.
He got the fist.
He grabbed him in the headlock.
He started beating him down.
Right, because the young guy didn't know anything about that.
It's an old school move.
He thought the guy was going to put his
he said, no. I'm going to give you a little nuggie.
Come on in here. Come on. Whoa. Yeah. Little by little. Step by step. Inch by inch. And he just used all of that young guy's emotion against him.
Right, yeah. It kind of turned the corner on him.
Yeah. Maybe that's the last time. I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wasn't playing at this level.
Mm-mm.
I mean, he was still playing at a high level. But it was the Magic Johnson show.
Right, it was the Showtime.
Along with a whole lot of other guys. And people can talk about what they want with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't play like this at an advanced age.
I mean, you even look at the guys. Right, you look at the guys who got drafted with Carmelo Anthony. I mean, he's still in the NBA, but
he was done 5 years ago.
I mean, he's coming off the bench. He's scoring. You can get a good 15 minutes out of Carmelo, and that's it. And then, look at Dwayne Wade. I mean, Dwayne Wade retired, a year ago.
Yes, body just demolished.
Right, yeah. And
the man should have retired 3 years ago.
And that goes to show.
He was still trying to pick up that last paycheck. That last paycheck.
Right. I mean, look.
I'm not mad at him.
Right. I mean, he went to, was it Marquette for, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that has a free toll, if you want to say, because you're not getting paid.
Right.
So, LeBron
but you remember,
James.
right before LeBron left, his body was breaking down. Body was breaking down.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to inform people is this. I have never seen an athlete in his mid-30s, closer to 40 than he is to 30, play at a all-time great level, a high level, like this human being. I've never seen that.
And you look at the game of basketball, you can't just hang out. You can't be a pitcher. Right. You have to run the court.
Yes.
I mean, you have young talent coming in every single year that are grinding, that are trying to take away that. LeBron has a target on his back every single night.
Man,
every single night.
Jim Cooley said Robin Ventura. What? Nah, wait a minute. Robin Ventura was good.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you are still maybe Serena Williams.
How old is she?
38.
38.
Well, people still consider you the best in the world at what you do in an advanced age. Not even Tiger Woods.
No, not even.
I mean, if Tiger Woods hadn't got beat up by his wife, maybe. What about that?
The car and the wife.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And the tree. Was it the tree or was it like a palm tree or something, right?
Yeah. Was it the tree or fire?
Trump,
a fire hydrant?
Yeah, it might be in a fire hydrant.
What about that?
Yeah, probably both of them.
Yeah. I mean, this guy lost it overnight. You ever seen anything like that?
It's funny because you never heard about Tiger Woods inside the news. And then this one night popped up and you're like, what? Tiger did what?
Yeah.
With what? With
but then after that, he was nothing anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, he just faded to nothing.
Right, yeah.
You ever heard anything like that before? It didn't happen like his
body
didn't broke.
Snap. Yeah.
Yeah, his whole mind broke down. I guess she must slap pretty hard. Wow.
She probably had that 30 grand carat of ring on her and just smacked him.
Hey, Mama, why are you beating Daddy up? What did he do?
We're role playing, baby. We're role playing.
Robin Ventura was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robin Ventura was. A lot of guys in baseball were good.
But you think about but baseball. I mean, no discredit to those guys, but basketball. I mean, you gotta run, you gotta jump, you gotta.
Hey, wait a minute.
You gotta be super athletic.
Right. Javon says, Lawan fake champ.
Who's Lawan?
I guess he's saying that's like some kind of synonym for LeBron or something like that. That's what he's trying to say.
LeBron.
Yeah, fake champ. How the hell can you be in a sport whereas you earn what you keep and be fake? Lawan, explain that to me.
Right. Not only do you have
I mean, that's your. Give me the edification on that. How in any professional sport, whereas this ain't pro wrestling, okay? This ain't pro wrestling.
Sorry to break your bubble.
Yeah. Well, you have to earn everything you get in the sport, and you call them fake. You know. How does no, I'm talking about Javon. Explain that to me. And I got plenty of time to read it.
Right, and not only that, you have to play 82 games, and then there's layers in the playoffs. Right. It's not like just like a tournament that you can rig up.
Right.
It's not like a tournament you can just, let's plan out the winner. No, you got different 7-series games,
right,
and each series gets tougher and tougher.
Right.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Not only
fake
that,
champ.
if you add up how many playoff games LeBron James has played, he will almost have played 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
Because he went to the finals 8 times.
8 times in a row.
8 times in a row. 9 total, right?
Something like that, yeah, 8 or 9.
I mean, 8 in a row, or was it 9 total? Something like that. Yeah. Hey man, you can get on the mic. Don't be putting your fingers up like I'm drunk in the ring, like they do when they.
Hey, teacher, I have a question.
Yeah. Was it 9 total?
Yeah, it was 9 total.
Yeah, it was 8 in a row and 9 total.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
And he's been there with multiple teams, so.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I don't understand how he's a fake champ. You can say what you want about LeBron James.
Says, Terry Funk. I mean, I love Terry. I love Rick, but I'm just saying those guys are the pinnacle. I love them both. Those guys are at the pinnacle of the pro wrestling business.
Right.
But when Javon says
fake champ,
how the hell can you be fake in a professional sport where you earn what you keep?
I mean, if you look at LeBron, it's not like for most of his career, he's had a younger guy who's helped him out. Right. But you talk about pro wrestling, you can have a young guy and they can carry you through the match, and all you got to do is hit the finish.
Right. All you got to do is hit the finish.
Maybe do a low blow or slide in a chair or something.
How many times have you seen LeBron just take those Cleveland Cavaliers? Those were nobodies.
Oh, yeah.
Those were nobodies.
I don't even think they're in the league.
And he took them to the finals. I've only seen one other person in basketball do that. One other person. Where you were a young guy, you come in the league, and the next thing you know, you're in the NBA Finals. I've only seen one guy take a team of nobodies that were nothing a year or two before,
right,
and make them into a somebody.
I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers were a joke.
Right. You know who that person was?
Who?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Mm.
When he came in the league, the Milwaukee Bucks was an expansion team.
Right.
Within 2 years, they're in the NBA Finals, and they had the best record in the league. I've never seen that before. I mean, that was the first time back then I didn't think about it in those terms.
Right.
Because Michael Jordan never did it. Magic Johnson came to a pretty good team. Larry Bird came to a pretty good team. LeBron James came to where elephants go to die.
Well, they send you your retirement letters.
You ever seen a lot of elephants? You don't know where they go, but they just say, hey, man, it's about time for me to die, and I just walk off. And, that's what they send. Even in football, that's what they send you. That's what they send you to die. Odell Beckham is dying right now.
Oh, no. We got to get him a trade.
Yeah,
we got to get him a trade.
I can see his headstone right now.
Yeah.
That's why he dyed his hair blonde.
Him and Manziel are about to die off.
Well, my boy said Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice did play till he well into his 40s, but when he was 35, 36, he wasn't considered. Matter of fact, when he left the 49ers, T.O. was a better receiver. If you remember that, Bob. T.O. was the better receiver. Remember when they tried to do the day for Jerry Rice, and then T.O. came out and caught like 20-something passes, and it's supposed to be Jerry Rice Day? That record still holds.
Yeah, T.O. was a beast.
What I'm saying is this, for anybody out there that's listening. I've never seen a person at an advanced age, maybe Serena Williams, that was still considered the best later in their career when they've been around 15 to 17 years. I've never heard of that.
And you think about it, I mean, there hasn't really been an off year for LeBron James. We just talked about it. Yes. 8 finals straight. I mean, the guy's been pretty consistent.
Unbelievable. I think LeBron James is the most gifted athlete that God has ever created. Because he doesn't do one thing well. And he's a coach on the floor. Mm-hmm. And I'm still the top dog of all the young guys out there.
Right, yeah. He commands that presence.
So I'm still waiting for Javon to edify me on what he's talking about so I can dissect what you're saying. But this is Edge Radio, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, and we'll be right back.
大家好，我是傅凯，这是我的好朋友 Chris Holland。
I'm Chris Hollins, your Harris County clerk.
Yes， 9月26号礼拜六下午4点钟以后，你可以到我们这个 Midtown Bar and Grill， 这是城中间有一个酒吧，我们大家来庆祝，我们可以来做选举，可以就是 register， 也可以注册，然后选举，然后我们有一些画展，有些音乐表演现场，所以大家不要忘记了，最好赶快来参加我们的这个很好的节目，还有很好的意义，所以大家可以一起见面谈一谈选票的事情，然后的话大家可以享受音乐、食物还有画艺术这方都集中在一起呀。不要忘记了9月26号礼拜六下午4点钟以后到10点。
Hope to see you there.
Yeah， 谢谢。
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Okay, we're back again, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray. I'm with my man, Angel Corona, right here, Edge Radio TV. And we were talking about LeBron James before we went to the break. And I was watching that game last night. And I'm watching Murray. That Murray is something to behold.
Oh, crafty little guy.
Oh, man, that dude got some moves.
Yeah.
And can shoot with either hand. Brother, we're looking at a star in the making.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he's what, 23?
23.
23, if I'm correct. You're right, Vince? Something like that?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's just a few
can
years
ball.
older than LeBron James' son.
Right, yeah.
Can you believe that?
I mean, the
and
guy.
LeBron James told the coach, I got him. I got him.
Right, yeah.
Remember how he did Paul George? And remember how he did Kawhi Leonard in that game before the coronavirus started? When he told the coach, I got him.
Mm-hmm. He knows when it's time to lock down.
Yeah.
He knows
and got this was Marshall Dillon lockdown. You know, the sheriff just got you.
Right, yeah.
You ain't going
closing down all the streets. You ain't going nowhere.
I'm like, goodness. You ever seen a man 260 pounds, 6'9", that can move like that?
It's insane. I mean, to me, I still don't understand it.
And they said Michael Jordan would beat LeBron James in a one-on-one. You're 199 pounds, dog. This dude's 260 pounds.
Yeah.
With shoulders like Hercules Hernandez. And what a lot of people don't see, they never see LeBron James' legs. This dude look like he squats 600 pounds, man. If you ever see his legs.
Right, yeah.
The dude legs, his thighs.
His thighs are like Shaquan Barkley.
Yes.
I mean, they're thick.
That's why I call him a millennial man, man. This is a different kind of dude, man. And I honestly believe LeBron James, and I ain't never been the biggest LeBron James fan. I've always been a fan.
Right.
But I'm a fan of greatness. I'm a fan of things I've never seen before. I've never seen anything like this before, man. Never seen it. And I've been watching sports since I was 5 years old. I've been watching basketball since I could crawl. I've never seen anything like this, man. Not at this level for so long. And you hear these announcers wanting him to fail. You hear them. He's 35 years old. Don't know if he can play defense. You know, he doesn't play defense anymore. You ever heard that one?
Yeah.
You don't know. LeBron James, don't know. He doesn't have the stamina. What? What? What planet you living on, man? I took this little 23-year-old dude and I became his father.
Yeah, right. In one play.
Hey, I'm your father tonight. The dude probably had never been held like that.
Oh, no.
In his life.
And I'm sure just the name of LeBron James kind of like, made him shut down a little bit. Because
right.
a lot of these guys, when the bubble had started, they were like, oh, I just saw LeBron James.
That.
I just saw LeBron James. Like that's a guy you're competing against, So he has that factor,
right.
that star factor, even amongst his peers.
Right.
That's I mean, you know how that is.
Yes.
That to me makes.
Yeah, I've never. People always talk about. This is the thing that gets me. I know you've heard this, Vince. You have admitted to being a LeBron James sympathizer, like Sweden to Germany in World War II. You've admitted it that you're a LeBron James sympathizer, not a hater. My boy Jimmy Tibbs is in the house. Me and Jimmy do a show on Monday night. Shout out to him. Now I know you've heard this, Vince. LeBron James doesn't have a killer instinct like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. You know what behooves me? If I was talking to any guy on television that said that, you know what I say?
What's that?
How would you know? See, this is the thing, man. And stay with me on this, Vincent. What people don't understand is this. When they compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was a great basketball player. We had never seen anything like him when he came along back in 1984. We saw him in college at North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But look who he played with. Look at the guys he played with. He played with like 3, 4, 5 number 1 draft choices. And a Hall of Fame coach. Do you know Michael Jordan? Do you know LeBron James has never been coached by anybody that would ever be considered for the Hall of Fame? I said considered. When the ballot comes out, the guy's name is nowhere to be found.
You gotta write him in. Other.
Another.
Neither.
Either. Am I the only one thinking about things like that? This guy comes out of high school and right away, within a year, you can see, if this dude get any better, goodness.
This guy gets a jump shot. They said that for a while.
Right.
If LeBron James can get a jump shot, then his game can be excelled in.
What about this? Look at how the game was played in the early 2000s as to how it's played now. The man has had to evolve with the game.
With the generation, the
Yes.
new generation. A bunch of guard play.
Right. Okay, I got to do that. I'll do it. Okay, I got to do this. I'll do it. That is what I call a millennium man. Who else has ever had to do that and do it on a high level? And I'm gonna do it better than anybody else has ever done it. Who's done that? So we're just gonna leave that out. Then people will put this up. Michael Jordan led the league this many times in scoring. Michael Jordan was all defensive team. Michael Jordan did this, blah, blah, blah. Well, look what he did. How many years did he play? 8 before he ever even went to the finals? LeBron James was in the final at what, 23? 22? A baby. Look, see these old men behind me? That's what he said. Hey, you old guys, you old college guys.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Been out there doing all kind of, staying up all night, fornicating with every woman that you see, in the hotel, Hey,
there's a big margin.
What? And then, if you look at any sport, whether it be baseball, football, the athletes are just better.
Right.
Everything is better. So when it comes to basketball, all of a sudden everything stopped in 1998. So when you try to compare these guys today, guys yesterday, I want you to go on YouTube. I want you to cut your YouTube on if you got Wi-Fi, I want you to look at a basketball game from 1988.
You might fall asleep.
Yes.
I mean, just the skill set overall is way better. I mean, these guys are starting even nowadays, they're starting at 4 years old.
Yes.
I mean, they're having training and, after school programs and this and that, personal coaches. Exactly. I mean, these guys who have money have personal coaches, and I mean, in basketball.
This is every sport.
Yeah,
this
every sport.
It's not just basketball. What I'm saying is, if the Chicago Bulls had stayed together, okay, at their advanced age, what the San Antonio Spurs would have did to them the same thing they did to other teams that had just gotten old. Because they had just got old. Father Time doesn't wait for anybody. It's only one person I've ever seen defy. He defies Father Time. That's LeBron James. I don't know what this dude, like you said, I don't know what this dude is, a genetically gifted individual. Genetically gifted. Yeah. I mean, people can say Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather didn't go up against top competition, and he never fought a young guy.
Right, and Floyd Mayweather kind of handpicked his opponent. Where in basketball, you can't handpick your opponent. It's kind of whoever wins.
That's what I'm telling Javon.
And typically the cream of the crop rises.
Right.
So whether you're in the East or the West,
and you fall off the cliff. You seen Tom Brady for the
past 2 weeks? What was it 3 touchdowns?
No, I'm talking about last year.
Oh yeah, his numbers have gone down. Yeah, his numbers have gone down.
And they've done everything to protect this guy. He's done everything to protect. And I'm telling you right now, year before last, when they went to the Super Bowl, they actually had lost. The Kansas City Chiefs outplayed them. It wasn't for the one guy jumping offside or lining up offside. That game was over. And he got to go against the Rams and a young quarterback that folded under the pressure. Remember that?
Yeah.
Jared Goff, he just folded under the pressure.
Yeah, they scored, what, 7 points, 10 points, something like that.
Something like that. And Tom Brady and them didn't do nothing all game. If that had been the New Orleans Saints, that should have been there.
Right. Outside that pass interference that was not called.
They would have ate them alive, bro.
Oh, it would have been a blowout.
So, it is what it is, man. And when it comes to LeBron James haters, only an idiot like the Skip Baylesses of the world, only the stupidest of the stupid and the dumbest of the dumb can look at this dude and go and say anything negative about him. I can't say anything negative about LeBron James. And I'll tell you, I've never been on the bandwagon until, maybe recently, last 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Let me start studying this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Take a step back, not be a fan, and just kind of analyze him from more like what he does. And
what I'm saying is, I've never seen, other than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when this guy steps on the court, everybody gets better. When this guy steps off the court, everybody gets worse. This guy left the Cleveland Cavaliers twice. Both times they go in the toilet. The toilet.
I mean, you think about it, he's actually gotten a lot of people paid. Tristan
Tell
Thompson.
me about it.
Tristan Thompson was relevant, and then LeBron James left. And I mean, come on, Tristan Thompson might put up.
They don't even put him on social media anymore with the Kardashians.
Right? Yeah, he's not worthy enough. He's not worthy enough.
You're a straight up nobody.
You look at what was the little point guard he had, Dellavedova.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was Speedy Gonzalez when LeBron James was there. When he left, what was he? He was a little mouse.
I've never seen this before.
I mean, Anderson Varejao. I mean, there's a lot of guys.
A whole bunch of them. A whole bunch. They don't remember Kevin Love was a superstar before he got with LeBron James. Now Kevin Love is singing backup vocals with his uncle, with the Beach Boys. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know Mike Love is his uncle.
I thought that was a joke.
No.
I thought that was a joke. Look at that. Oh, wow.
Hey, look, you got to realize, but you up here with your dog now.
Yeah.
Your dog finds out about things people don't want to know about. That's what your dog does. Yeah, Mike Love for the Beach Boys. That's Kevin Love.
So he's singing in the background.
Yeah.
Probably doing a little.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah. This is real talk, man. We don't make this stuff up. We just tell it like it is. Because on Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, we really like talking about champions.
Champions know champions.
This is a show where champions knows champions and game knows game. And we like to talk about it, man. And at the end of that game, when LeBron James came out and he started talking about Breonna Taylor, man, I could feel his pain, bro. I could feel his pain. And you got a lot of people right now, like that sheriff out in L.A., asking LeBron James to match the reward. What kind of, to be a sheriff, how do you even have a job and do something that idiotic? How do you do that? But yet you said nothing when the very people that work for you take pictures of Kobe Bryant and all these people that died and sold the pictures.
Right, sold the money, sold the TMZ and all the videos and whatnot.
What a scumbag. I mean, you're lower than low. You're lower than...
Smaller than an ant.
That's the political jargon that's going around right now, that kind of stuff. I mean, and you a police chief or sheriff? Chief? As far as I'm concerned, you ain't qualified to have a job. As far as I'm concerned. But that's the stupidest of the stupid, bro. Just do your job. How hard is that? It's probably too hard since guys got away with what they got away with. You know, probably too hard. Yeah. Sad sack son of a gun. But be it as it may, I just want to talk about that because I still don't believe people are really witnessing what they're seeing. You're seeing greatness. And that only comes around a generation. I'm talking about there's a lot of great athletes.
Yeah, I think all the haters that are out there, and it's kind of sad, but once he's done, once he hangs it up, you're only going to appreciate him even more whenever, why can't you just step out of your hater shoes for half a second and just appreciate it now?
Because they're hanging on to the past. A lot of people never seen Michael Jordan, but they still will sit up and say, Michael Jordan is the best ever.
That's the funniest part about my generation, Stevie Ray, is these guys are pooping in their diapers. I mean, their mom was wiping down their vomit, and they're going to sit there and say, hey, look, Michael Jordan's the best player ever. Have you seen the man play? Besides these ESPN highlights and besides The Last Dance, have you seen the man play?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But be that as it may, EdgeRadioTV.com. Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the world's most dangerous radio show. Not as dangerous as the podcast, but dangerous nonetheless. We will be right back.
been out of control since we got hit back in March 2020. Mortality rates keep climbing. Infection rates go up and down and then back up again. How long will this go on? No clear answer. Will a vaccine even be effective as this virus continues to spread and to mutate? No clear answers there either. I'm a trained nutritionist, herbologist, personal trainer, behavior modification, and stress sciences expert. I'm also a COVID-19 and pneumonia survivor. I've watched the continuous wall-to-wall news coverage, and while yes, wearing a mask and social distancing are crucial now, you're not being given important tools that you need in order to fortify your first line of defense, your best line of defense, which is your own immune system. What's going on here? There are simple, affordable, and natural ways to help build your immune system to fight any virus or bacteria now, and it starts inside of you. That's why I need to invite you to join me for Beyond the Mask, an intimate talk about vital ways to immediately begin boosting your immune system. Are you worried about the potentials of a second wave? Are you concerned now that your immune system may not be strong enough? Let me show you now the changes that will allow you to optimize it. Let me show you how to maximize your exercise benefits in a 12-minute routine that you'll do every other day to easily increase your metabolism, strengthen your respiratory and immune systems, and give you better circulation throughout your body. Listen, sugar feeds both bacteria and viruses. Let me show you ways to kick that sugar addiction now and to get some weight off. Let me share with you keys to better nutrition that boosts your immune system. We are all under too much stress, and stress weakens your immune system. It single-handedly leaves you vulnerable to all kinds of health issues and infections because stress reduces your immune cell numbers and their ability to function. Let me show you tools that you'll easily integrate into your daily life now to naturally reduce your stress cortisol response. I also want you to know about some nutritional supplements that have been shown to naturally improve your immune system and your overall health. Since January, there have been over 700 studies released worldwide on the relationship between COVID-19 and vitamin D3 deficiency. You need to know why. You want to improve your own immune defenses now, want to take back your control? Sign up today for Beyond the Mask and join me as I give you information and tools to easily get you back on track towards a healthier overall immune system now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, right here, Edge Radio TV, with my main man, Angel Corona, and we're laying it down right here on a Friday afternoon. Right here on a Friday afternoon, brother. And we've been talking about LeBron James, man, and I just want to get my 2 cents in on that for everybody that appreciates greatness. But for all you lulacs that don't, hey, better you than me. But this weekend, bro, you know what we got coming up this weekend?
We got some interesting stuff.
We got the UFC.
Yeah.
We got the Charlo twins.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Texans and the Steelers.
Yeah, your team versus my team.
Brother, you ought to see these new Pittsburgh Steelers sneakers that I got.
What? You got some new sneakers, huh? Purple and gold? I'm sorry, not purple and gold, black and gold.
Pittsburgh Steelers, not the Minnesota Vikings.
I was thinking about the Lakers. You had LeBron flushed in my head.
Oh, okay. Yes, man. I just received my new Pittsburgh Steelers sneakers.
Are they signed by Ben Roethlisberger?
They are signed by myself.
That's even better.
Yes.
You know, some people would value Stevie Ray's signature more than Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger's not in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he's going to be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Soon. But, we're talking about right now.
Very soon, yeah. But no, there's no signature on him. I don't get people's signature. You know, I've only asked for one autograph in my life.
I remember you telling me.
I've met a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But I've only asked for one autograph in my life.
Let me take a guess. Was it Prince? Michael Jackson.
I wouldn't want Prince or Michael Jackson's autograph. Neither one of them. They're good.
Right.
I like them.
They're not worthy. They're not worthy of Stevie Ray's autograph.
Man. No, man. Come on, bro. No. You know who it was?
Who?
Temptations.
Temptations.
That was it. And I could give you a litany, a plethora of names of people that I've met.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But, you know, I've never been an autograph guy. I don't know why. I've always thought it was kind of amazing when people ask me for an autograph.
Right, and I think nowadays they're moving more towards the picture, right? I mean, or do they still ask you for autographs? How does that go? They rather have a picture, right?
They rather have a picture with an autograph on it.
Oh, that's a double whammy.
Yeah, it's $10 more.
Cash only.
Cash only, you know. So I don't care, but it's just like back in the day, you know, when we were doing our thing, people would come up, can you sign this? Yeah. But I'm like, you know what I've always got a kick out of? Having words with a person and shaking their hand. That's what I've always got a kick out of. But no, I started to wear the Stevie Ray sneakers today. But I didn't. You know why?
Why's that?
Because I'm riding my motorcycle.
Oh.
I ride my motorcycle and I don't want the gear shifter to scuff them up.
Right, to scuff them up, get some exhaust or get some dirt.
Don't want to do that.
So are you going to wear them on Sunday? Are you rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Houston Texans?
I'm not rooting for no Houston Texans when they play the Steelers. I don't root for anybody when they play the Steelers. You know,
the world wanted to know. I had to ask for the world out here, Stevie Ray.
Man, I'm telling you right now, if Jesus Christ came down and became quarterback of the Houston Texans, I'm still rooting for Ben Roethlisberger. Eat him up. Eat Jesus up. Don't let him get outside.
You know what?
Tear him up.
You know what I find very interesting, Stevie Ray, is this week that they're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, they actually bring up, will the Houston Texans sign Antonio Brown?
What?
There's whispers saying
Wait a minute, brother. You got to elaborate on that.
Yeah, there's whispers saying that the Houston Texans, will they sign Antonio Brown? I'm not sure if it's a coincidence that they're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, but there's whispers out there that the Houston Texans may be in the lookout for a receiver named Antonio Brown.
Wait a minute. Now, this is counterproductive. Okay? You let a DeAndre Hopkins go, and then you come in a live interview and say, I didn't want to give the talk that I gave to
Aaron
Hernandez. What? Now you're talking about bringing in somebody like a Antonio Brown?
Right. Who's even, in my opinion, is even worse off the field than, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins had nothing off the field.
Nothing.
Just because he has a couple of baby mamas and some, some cool looking hair doesn't mean you gotta, get off. Tell the guy to get out of town.
So it must have been deeper than that, which makes you a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes him a liar. Because if that's the case, half the NFL will be out of jobs.
That's right.
And the NBA. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
And baseball in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, not today. Not today.
Yeah, I remember Dave Parker having a situation like that, didn't he? Oh, no. It might have been Willie Stargell. No. It might have been, I can't remember.
All of them.
Yes.
Too many to list.
I'm just saying, man. Come on, brother. Come on.
But it doesn't. But what you said, it does not make sense, because if you're gonna, claim that DeAndre Hopkins wanted too much money, he was an off-field distraction, which he was not, and you want to entertain the idea of bringing Antonio Brown, you just look like you're eating your own words.
A hypocrite.
Yeah, you look like you're eating your own words.
You bring in,
because I could have told you, if you get rid of DeAndre Hopkins, that your receiving core is gonna definitely take a hit. That's obvious.
Right, and we're seeing it.
Right. Yeah.
And we're seeing what he's doing for Kyler Murray. You see the difference in Kyler Murray now?
Oh, yeah. He has the number one receiver.
Oh, go ahead and scramble, brother. I'm going to be there. I'm used to a guy that scrambles.
Yeah.
I come from a
I played with Dan Orlowski. I played with Ryan Fitzpatrick. I played with, 10 quarterbacks DeAndre Hopkins played with.
Right.
I mean, and the guys now having
with the bottom of the barrel. I played with him.
Right. So what do you think about this Antonio Brown? You think the Texans?
I think if you're bringing in a guy that was so into himself that you just throw away $30-some-odd million, you got a problem, bro. You got a problem. I don't understand that, bro. This guy, him and Le'Veon Bell, I do not feel sorry for neither one of them. And I got nothing against either one of them. But you two suckers didn't know how good you had it.
They thought they were bigger than the team. They thought they were bigger than what was going on in Pittsburgh. And now they're finding out the hard way.
Le'Veon Bell, nobody said his name since I just said it right now. Nobody said his name since he left.
Yeah, his fantasy football stock has gone way down.
Was it ever up? Other than when he left Pittsburgh?
Right.
Because, look, two places you go when elephants are looking to die. You know what those two places are?
What are they?
You know those two cities?
What? Where?
Two teams.
Cleveland.
And New York. Jets. You just see a line of people, like when Moses freed the Israelites. You see that line of people walking. Yeah.
They're going to New York.
Go look behind that field in New York. You see people walking, you know where they're going? Yeah. They're going to say it's over. It's the last straw, dog. Cleveland. Why do you think LeBron wanted to get out of there, bro?
Yeah. He made a mistake once.
Why do you think LeBron said, I owe it to my people? That's the kind of guy he is. To just let go what the owner said about him. To let that go, come back for the people. Got him a championship. Something they hadn't witnessed since Jim Brown was a young man. Jim Brown. And you see, Jim Brown got up out of there when he was 29 years old. 29. And he didn't even want to. I'd rather go act and do the Dirty Dozens.
Better go see the Hollywood screen.
Yes.
Than to be out here
to
hanging
be
out
out here in Cleveland.
With you people.
Right. Now, you know why Howard the Duck was like really ticked off when he landed there. He crash landed. Only in Cleveland, man. Unbelievable, bro. Man, the world is crazy, man. The world is crazy. Oh, God. But that's what I'm saying, though. Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, brother, y'all just don't know how good y'all had it. When you playing with a Hall of Fame quarterback and a top coach and top GM, top organization, you're not going to get overpaid, bro. Mm-mm. We didn't get to be where we were by sitting at the bus stop. In essence, we will always find talent. We're good at it. They've been doing this for a long time. A long time. You don't go to 8 Super Bowls because we don't know what we're doing.
Right. There's a system involved.
It's a whole bunch of people that know what they're doing. They know most of the time. The top teams don't stay good all the time. Mike Tomlin ain't had a job for 11, 12 years because he don't know what the hell he's doing. Not in this league. Mike Tomlin had the lowest of the low when it comes to quarterback play last year, and still almost make the playoffs.
Yeah, well, they're like a game away from making the playoffs.
One game away. With Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph, a man who should be, in my humble opinion, arrested.
For impersonating a quarterback.
For impersonating a football player.
Oh, a football player. There we go. He couldn't even be a punter if he tried to. He couldn't even be a kicker.
I mean, you kidding me? What kind of Royals? And one of my favorite groups of all time is called Steely Dan. They used to have an album. You know what the name of the album was?
What's that?
The Royal Scam.
That sounds like Mason Rudolph. Yeah.
The Royal Scam. Hall of Famers. Steely Dan, love him to death. Mm-hmm. 2 guys made all that music. 2 dudes. Walter Becker and Donald Fagen. 2 dudes made all that music for so many years.
Right.
And one of their best albums that I've got downloaded. You know what the name of that album is? I'll tell you again. The Royal Scam. And you know when I listen to any songs from the Royal Scam, do you know what I think of?
You think of number 2, Mason Rudolph.
This dude is horrible.
Hold on, let me ask you a question then, Stevie Ray.
Dude is horrible, man.
Do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers, do you think we see Mason Rudolph this weekend? Let's say the Pittsburgh Steelers blow out the Houston Texans in a game where it's not even competitive. Do you see Mason Rudolph? What would you do if you see Mason Rudolph go in the huddle?
Well, I tell you, I've just changed the channel. I tell you that. I don't want to see Mason Rudolph warming up on the football field. I don't even want him out there.
You don't want to see him giving Big Ben a towel or Big Ben a fresh drink of water?
I don't want Big Ben in the presence of people
the Royal Scam
that are not worthy. Because I don't want any of his aura rubbing off on you. I don't want that. I can't have that. I don't want Big Ben to look at him even in the quarterback.
Right, yeah.
In the quarterback meetings.
Sit outside, kid. Sit outside.
No, don't speak to him. Let him in, but just sit over there. And just tell the coach, who the quarterback coach. I don't want this dude near me, man. I don't want his want his
bad
aura.
juju.
No. The dude is a walking slep rock. Come on, man. Dude is a walking slep rock.
What is a walking slip rock?
That's what he is, man.
Man.
I'm gonna have to Google that bad one. Stuff happen to him on a daily basis.
Wow.
And you know what else?
What's that?
What was the kid name that played college ball with him with the Steelers, number 13? Is that Washington?
Washington's 18. No, Washington's 13, yeah.
Right. He played. Have you noticed the other kid? Was it Johnson?
Yeah.
It's been playing
Deontay Johnson, yeah.
It's been playing more than him lately?
Yeah.
Because who did that guy train with? Who did Washington train with? Who did he come up with? Mason
Rudolph. That's a bad quarterback.
Now you see what's happening? Slowly but surely, that walking slep rock and that aura has. Remember they was talking about this guy emerging as one of Ben's top favorite guys.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah, because he's a fast guy. I mean, he was known for a while to throw the long ball. He's a speedster, kind of like Will Fuller.
Where is he?
I don't know.
I'll tell you where he is. He's on the team.
Right.
Slowly but surely, they're working Johnson in and working him out.
Yeah, so Johnson's clearly being the number 2.
And the kid from Notre Dame eventually is going to be a starter. You mark my word. Mm-hmm. Those are going to be the 3 receivers. It's going to be Juju, it's going to be Johnson, and I can't think of the number 11. I can't think of his name. Those are going to be the top 3 guys. You mark my word. I know the Steelers, and I know what Big Ben likes. I know what he likes. Big Ben has made more wide receivers multi-millionaires than any other quarterback in the history of the NFL. More than Tom Brady. Matter of fact, if you play for Tom Brady, you probably got a salary cut.
For the first year, and then you got to go somewhere like Miami and get a little bit of a guarantee.
Yeah, until they figure out what's up.
Until they figure out you can't play football.
Right.
You can't catch.
Where's Chris Hogan?
I think he's with Carolina or something. He's somewhere, but he's not doing much.
Where's Chris Hogan?
We need to put a sign out there for him.
Where is he? In the Super Bowl, he called for 100 and something yards. That should be good for something, right? Mm-hmm. Goes to show you, maybe it was the system. Maybe what I'm seeing right now with Cam Newton is what I've been talking about for quite some time. See how Cam look?
Oh, yeah.
Cam threw for almost 400 yards the other night. Did you see that?
I mean, Cam's looking like Superman, the Superman he claims to be.
He just happened to be playing against a team led by Russell Wilson that just don't play. Them dudes don't play, man. Russell Wilson don't play. 5 touchdowns. Now, just if Cam Newton had been playing any other team that day, I think
they would have won easily. Yeah.
That Russell Wilson's something else, bro. And let's go over the teams that's playing. We've already mentioned that Slep Rock.
So you give the Texans a 0% chance to win the game?
No. I think the Texans have a chance.
Really?
It's just the fact that the Steelers' offense is not playing very well, but
that defense, yeah.
That defense, that T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt should have been defensive MVP last year.
And what's his Dupree?
Bud Dupree.
Bud Dupree. That guy's a stud. That dude flies all over the field.
And this is what I'm talking about.
They're gonna have a spy on.
Bud Dupree, #1 draft choice.
Mm-hmm.
T.J. Watt, #1 draft choice. What's the kid name that played? They drafted him last year in the middle. #1 draft choice. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't waste too many draft choices.
No.
They don't waste too many. Now, a couple of guys, Sean Davis. I don't even know if Sean Davis is still on the team. And Artie Burns. They were #1, #2 draft choices a few years ago. I don't even know if they're still on the team, man, because the thing is, Mike Tomlin, when you don't produce, he don't care where you was drafted. You ain't playing.
Yeah.
You are not playing. Another thing we got in that game, we got all the Watts brothers playing in the same game.
Yeah. Let's see who's going to make more of an impact. I mean, JJ's been pretty quiet. Yeah, I think he's had, 2 sacks? 2 sacks, something like that on the season?
Didn't help him, though.
Right. But I think everybody's just so used to that JJ from, 5-7 years ago. It's like, well, now, no, I'm a different type of JJ. So,
that TJ Watt is a game changer, bro. That dude. And do you know this? Let me tell you how good old Ray Dog is. Let me enlighten you on something. A few years ago, when TJ Watt was coming out of Wisconsin, all 4 Wisconsin linebackers are very, very good. And I think at least 3 of them are playing in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about the 4th one. This is what I told my friends. This is the honest to God truth. The Pittsburgh Steelers should draft TJ Watt. And when they did it, I was elated because I saw it in college.
Yeah, you knew what kind of player your team was
getting. I saw it
in
college. Do you know the dude only played 2 years in college?
Yeah. And a lot of people thought he was undersized.
I mean, he's about close to 240 right now. Skill-wise, you ain't going to find better.
No.
And smart.
Yeah, his mental game.
This dude, he don't make no mistakes, man.
No.
You beat him, but he's not going to beat himself. Like Jarvis Jones, who the Steelers drafted a few years ago. That was a straight-up waste of money. They could have gave that money to charity.
Probably served a better purpose, huh?
Man, Jarvis Jones, that's the guy they brought in to take James Harrison's place.
Right, yeah.
James Harrison could have been 45 years old, and I still would have had him out there playing over Jarvis Jones. Then they let Jarvis Jones go. Do you know he never got picked up? You were the #1 draft choice?
He's probably on someone's practice squad.
No, he isn't.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's probably in the XFL, NFL. I mean, the
I think he's in the
CFL, playing in Australia, playing some rugby.
Look, man, they didn't even bring him in
for a tryout
to the team.
Oh no,
where you go to die.
Oh, they didn't even bring him to Cleveland.
They didn't bring
or
him to
the
Cleveland.
Jets. Oh,
what you know is a crying shame.
Right, because they need any help. They need all the help.
You don't get on one of those rosters. It's a crying shame. But we got the Panthers and the Chargers. Who you got? What you think?
You know what? I actually like the Chargers. I like their new quarterback, Herbert. I think he looked very good. I mean,
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. He looks
Can you believe that?
I know. I mean, he should have started the whole season. I mean,
the guy didn't even take 1 rep with the starting lineup and come in and look like he's been playing for 10 years.
Right, yeah.
What is that? But you got to realize they didn't prepare. They prepared for Tyrod Taylor.
Right, Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, and I'm sure
who the doctors punctured his lung.
Yeah, how does that happen?
I don't know. Some quack of a doctor, bro. The guy should be fired. You almost killed him, man.
Send him to Cleveland.
Send that dude to Cleveland. With no shoes.
Have you ever had a doctor do something like that?
No, man.
I mean, I feel like is it hard to puncture a lung? I mean, I don't know.
One time I had to do a biopsy, and they wanted to. Well, I'll tell you after the break. Let's go do this next one. Lions and the Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals. I think Cardinals are so exciting. I mean, you got so many weapons. You got Kenyon Drake. You got Kyler Murray. You got DeAndre Hopkins. You think about it. Larry Fitzgerald's on that team too.
Yes, I know.
Christian Kirk. They got firepower. I think
they got a pretty good defense.
Yeah, they're always going to be in these games.
No pump.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals.
Got the Cardinals. Jets and the Colts.
That's a terrible game. Off the top of my head, I would say the Colts.
One place you go to die, and the other place, I don't know. Maybe they might be. Phillip Rivers maybe just don't have it anymore. I think he can still throw for big yards.
Yeah,
but I just don't think he's that leader he used to be.
I think they're going to rely heavily.
We'll know more of this game.
Right. I think they're going to rely heavily on the rookie running back Taylor.
Right.
I think if I'm the head coach, I'm leaning more towards running the ball.
It's sad, man, what happened to what was his name? The other starting running back, man. He tore his Achilles, man.
Oh yeah.
Sad what happened to him, but you're going with the Colts.
I'm going with the Colts.
Why are you going? Wait. You don't think Sam Darnold can turn it around?
I just don't believe in any.
Do you feel for Sam Darnold?
I do, but I don't believe in anything that the Jets do. I don't believe anything that the Jets.
I really feel sorry for Sam Darnold. You know why I wish they cut him and he go to Pittsburgh. I think he'll be a good replacement for Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I could see that being a number 2, learning behind Big Ben, and then
quarterback coach.
And I mean, the guy can sling the ball. There's no question about that. He has a strong arm, but I think he's just in a bad situation.
Yeah, he went to Jets, brother. But the one I really want to talk about, well, a few of them. We've talked about the Texans and the Steelers. I've been hearing a lot of rumbles about Baker Mayfield. What do you think about Baker? I think Baker is a good quarterback. I think Baker is his own worst enemy.
Yeah, I can see that. Me personally, whenever Baker came, I wasn't high on Baker. I thought they tried to compare him to Russell Wilson a lot. To me, I thought he was just a better Johnny Manziel.
I understand.
I think he's a better Johnny Manziel, but
with the same mentality.
With the same mentality, kind of.
You're too much into yourself. You're a me guy. And you try to be the rah guy, but I think people can see straight through it.
And I think that type of quarterback only takes you so far, especially in college. In college, that's a great quarterback.
Right.
Guys will huddle around him. Guys will be like, yeah. High school, same thing.
Right.
But in the NFL, I just don't see that. I don't see that longevity. I don't see Baker being.
I gotta agree with you, man. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the radio version. Not as dangerous as the podcast version, but dangerous nonetheless. We are on Edge Radio TV, and we will be right back.
And we're back. The Athletes United Experience on Edge Radio, and where truth still matters. As a side note to our viewers, the Art and Jazz Fest voter registration drive, and as we talked about this earlier, will be held right here at the Midtown Bar and Grill, September 26th, beginning at 4 p.m. That is the Art Jazz Fest voter registration drive. So come on out, prepare to complete your civic duty, and vote your consciousness. Okay. As we broke, we're talking to Dr. Crystal Mark here, and she had
Between the ages of 0 and 5, a child's mind is very impressionable. Researchers call it the theta brainwave. This low frequency is the state of consciousness between the conscious and subconscious worlds. In this state, the mind is capable of deep and profound learning, healing, and growth. There is a subconscious loop that's created during these early years. Who you believe you are has been downloaded based on experiences that you have had. A bad experience could create fears and limitations. Do you love who you are? Do you believe in yourself? The reality is that you can't control your childhood. All you can do is interpret it. you can choose to see your good and your value. Try this experiment. Project forward. See yourself at 80 years old. Now you have lived a lifetime. What advice would you have for your younger self? What risks would you have taken? What relationships would you have avoided? Did you celebrate life? Did you allow yourself to feel, to be present? Your 80-year-old self would tell you to not live in fear, to have faith that things will work out, that all you have to do is persist until you succeed. Your 80-year-old self would tell you to stay healthy, to take care of your body. And it would ultimately tell you to share your gifts with the world.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again right here, Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, Edge Radio TV. We were discussing some football, me and my man, Angel Corona. Angel, I got a few more games to go to.
Let's do it.
But before I go to those games, I got to remember to tell everybody, first annual Houston voter registration drive. First annual, right here at the Midtown Bar and Grill, 415 West Gray Street. That is 415 West Gray Street right here in Houston, Texas. Come out if you want. Some of you young people out there really need to start, getting your hands mixed up into a lot of these things like what we call voting so you can make a change. That is the one way, instead of thinking about making a change, that you can make a change. Whether it be on a local level, whether it be on a state level, whether it be on a national level. Voting is the way to make change. And don't forget that. You tell them Stevie Ray told you to get down here. We got some art things going on. We got food going on. We got swag bags being given away. It's going to be on, ooh-wee, like a steaming pot of neck bones. So come down. You might even meet me. I might even show. You know what?
You might have to pay $10. You might have to pay $10 for the signature, but you're going to meet Stevie Ray.
No, not on the voting day. I might waive.
You might waive it for the political pancake.
I might waive $5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
I can load up on $5 bills.
Yeah, $5 bills.
No, but
y'all run to the bank and make sure you get your $5 bills ready.
No, but I'm going to. I'm probably going to come through later on. I don't know if I'm going to be up here early, but I might come through later on, just to show our face, man, because we are part of the Edge Radio TV family.
I think I'm going to stop by with you, Stevie Ray. I think I'm going to stop by. Maybe grab a couple of good food. There's some good food here.
Yeah.
Good food, good drink. Right before the fight. Right before the fight. Now I think I'm gonna come I might come up. Yeah. Come a little early, right?
I might come at 6-ish, 7-ish.
Okay.
And then the fight started at 8-ish. So you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I go see the fight. Then I really go to some voter registration drives. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You know what? We should call Ronnie, man.
Yeah.
We should call Ronnie. Well, I wonder what he's doing right now.
He's probably in the hotel.
Wait a minute. They doing the weigh-in today.
Oh, he should be at the weigh-in. Yeah. Where they're fighting in Connecticut.
Somewhere in Connecticut.
Connecticut. Yeah. So Ronnie should be either helping cut weight or
I tell you what Ronnie's
doing something.
Right now.
What is he doing?
I think Ronnie just got through eating some barbecue hot wings. Okay?
Some buffalo hot wings?
Yeah. And then he probably went to his bed and he's probably
What's that?
He probably sleep right now, man.
Yeah,
Ronnie's probably out.
Probably trying to catch up on that flight.
Yeah.
Was that with a good 4-hour flight, 3-hour flight?
It's a good 3.
Yeah.
Good 3.
Time change. Ronnie probably hit the sack.
Hour ahead.
Yeah. Charlo.
So right now it's 7:25. Weigh-in was probably early today. Yeah, Ronnie probably just ordered some room service on the promoter.
Right, yeah. Put it on that guy's tab.
Yeah, he probably had a Miller Lite or something like that.
Something light.
Yeah.
So Coors Light.
We need to call him, man.
Yeah.
You know what? We really need to call Ronnie, man. And see, hey, can we call through the system? Get somebody on the line through the system? Then what day can we do it? We need to be calling Ronnie Shields right now. So if somebody calls in, how can the people hear him? Well, we better get something going on because if people can call in, I have a zillion of them calling in on a daily basis.
But Ronnie should be are they still doing a weigh-in? I'm assuming they're doing a weigh-in, some type of media weigh-in.
Tonight?
It's typically the day before the fight, right?
Media day is on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So then the weigh-in's tonight.
Right. No, the weigh-in is early in the day because they have to give you time to rehydrate.
That's true, yeah.
A lot of times they show it in the afternoon. I mean, later in the day. But it's actually if you look at them live, it'll be like 11 o'clock if they're on the West Coast. And that's like, 1 o'clock our time, something like that. And then they might show it on television around 5 o'clock. So people think it's live. The guy needs 24 hours, more than 24 hours to rehydrate.
That's right, yeah.
So they do it early. Well, let's go back through a couple of these games, man. Buccaneers, Tom Brady's bunch, and the Denver Broncos.
I think Tom Brady and the Brady bunch get away with the win here only because the Broncos are hurt. I mean, they got Courtland Sutton. He's out for the year. Their quarterback, Drew Lock's going to miss a couple of weeks, I assume. They're kind of fighting up a hill. The Broncos themselves, and not let alone the Buccaneers. So I think the Buccaneers make easy work of the Broncos.
Well, this is the game I'm looking for.
What's that?
The Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. That's the game I'm looking
for.
I
mean, that one's that has Hollywood written all over it. I mean, you got the Cowboys who just came back from, what was it, 20-0 deficit against the Rams. And
someone should be fired.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen?
Because at one point, I think what you had was a situation and nobody was informed of what's going on, which means your special teams coach. You ever seen
He's asleep.
You ever seen before something big like that? Your special team coach gets guys together.
Yeah, brings them in, yells in their ear.
And tells everybody, blah,
do this,
blah,
do that.
Blah,
yep.
blah, blah, blah. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I don't think we saw it.
Mm-mm.
And I've never seen a team, I swear to God, I've been watching football since I was a little bitty boy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a team kick an onside kick. And the guys sit there like, don't touch it.
Like it's a hot potato.
And then they realize, so how do you not know that? Do you think it has something to do with no offseason? I mean, no preseason?
Yeah, it's either no preseason, like it's a new situation that's happened they're not prepared for, but that goes back to the coach. That's your job, your special. You have one role, one job, one responsibility to take care of special teams. You guys should practice that, and they typically have a team designated for special teams.
Right.
So they should go through these practices, but maybe that's a.
But what I'm saying, even before they kick, they're going to kick onside.
Yeah,
kick.
It's obvious. Yeah.
How do you not know the rule? As soon as his toe touches the ball, you can jump on it.
Right. Exactly.
They're waiting till it go 10 yards.
Yeah, and they were literally
it was a punt.
Yeah, like it was.
This is not a punt.
Right.
This is a kickoff, and I'm looking at number 87, and he's trying to keep the other. I couldn't believe. I'm like,
yeah.
Did they change the rules while I was gone?
And I thought that for half a second. I was like, wait, maybe they changed. Maybe this guy 87 knows what he's doing. Turns out he did the wrong thing. I mean,
that's why you have the advantage of an onside kick.
Right.
You can get it as long as you don't move before he kicks it. As soon as his toe touches, you can run up and grab the ball and take off running the other way.
Yep.
Because it's kicked, and they got to go as long as it's kicked.
And then you look at it from the Cowboys' perspective. I mean, they had everything go right. It was like a written movie because what's the percentage on an onside kick? I think it's like 8%, maybe 6%.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making it harder every single year to get these onside kicks.
When the ball never left the ground.
Mm-hmm.
How do you not jump on a ball that never left the ground. It just spinning on the ground and moving like
a
slow
magnet.
gravity.
Right, yeah.
Maybe it hypnotized them.
I don't know.
Maybe they did a David Blaine or something.
Maybe
like
the
that.
kick was so like on the ground that they didn't know what to do, because typically those onside kicks are, they'll hit the ball once and they'll fly in the air, and then you block, and then you got a designated catcher. This one was just it was like Bugs Bunny had a magnet underneath the field, like in Space Jam. He just kept sliding it around. 87's like, no.
Like 5 guys looking at the ball.
And they can't blame the crowd noise.
No.
I mean, they should be able to hear the coaches should be yelling, "Jump on the ball." But I mean, I don't know what happened.
All right. I saw he came out the other day with a statement that said it was his fault.
The 87 or the coach?
The coach.
Obviously.
Well, at least he admitted it.
Yeah.
Now I know who.
Trying to save face.
Now if I'm off the blank, now I know who to fire. You admitted it.
You bring up your evaluation. Okay, in week 2, you said it was your fault, so therefore it is your fault you are getting fired. Close the door behind you.
And you cannot shop at Home Depot anymore for the rest of your life. What about that one?
Yeah, that too.
You go to Lowe's. Everybody work for off the blank plot and go to Home Depot for free.
Yeah. Probably get whatever they want, a whole basket full of stuff.
Yeah,
he lost that perk.
He needs a trash can to throw himself out. One of those big steel ones, not the plastic ones.
The one that Oscar comes out of. Oscar the Grouch.
I mean, we can't make this up.
Yeah.
We can't make this up, man. This is
But I don't think the Seahawks make those same mistakes. I think the Seahawks win, but I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be a little bit more competitive. I mean, they won this game. They're going to rally behind the win. They're really going to feel pumped up as a team. Their confidence is going to be up, and that's a good thing. But until you actually face Russell Wilson and his 5 touchdowns a game,
Skip Bayless is bringing up 2 years ago when they beat the Seahawks in the playoffs. So in essence, I guess in Skip Bayless' mind, every team has beaten another team whenever 2 teams played each other. Can't you bring up a tape from
5 years ago
that this team beat the other team? Can't you do that with everybody?
I mean, I guess if you're Skip Bayless's head, yeah.
I mean, so what I'm trying to see is what the significance of bringing up that from, because the Cowboys didn't even make the playoffs last year, and to see how the Seahawks is in arguably the toughest division in the NFL. I don't see the significance of it. What are you saying? Because Dallas won against them 2 years ago in a playoff game, a game of which Russell Wilson didn't even throw the ball. They just came out running the ball.
Yep.
I remember that game. Well, I'm telling you right now, do you honestly think Pete Carroll, a guy that's won, 2, 3 national championships, a guy that's won a Super Bowl and been to 2, is going to come out with the same game plan he did 2 years ago in the playoffs? Really?
No, definitely not. I mean, the guy makes adjustments.
So Skip Bayless says since, I think, who was that got hurt? Was it KJ Wright? Hurt his knee? Was it Achilles?
Yep.
And the starting safety, since those 2 are out, he brought that up.
Mm-hmm. He thinks they have a fighting chance.
2 people. So football is about whether one guy's in the game, another guy's in the game. I mean, this is Little League now?
Right, yeah. You got a star player, and once he's out, okay, well, we can win now. You still got Russell Wilson.
You still got Pete Carroll.
You still got Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll don't have no jokes backing up top guys.
Mm-mm.
He got top guys backing up. That's why you haven't seen their defense really falter very much since all those top guys are gone now. Mm-hmm. Every last one of them. All of them. Michael Bennett, gone.
Was it the Legion of Doom, right?
Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom.
All of them gone. That defense still other than Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright, all those guys.
Yeah, they got rid of Sherman. It was who was the other guy in the safety?
Who was that? Cam
Chancellor. Chancellor. Yeah, he's gone. There we go. Producer knows what we're talking about.
What did he say? Oh yeah, all of them.
Earl Thomas. Well,
Brandon Brown was the first to go, but who they replace him with? They replaced him with somebody. I mean, the thing is, when Pete Carroll looks at a pro team, similar to how he looks at a college team. It might be one or two guys that's irreplaceable.
Right.
Everybody's replaceable. Everybody. And that's why he don't care about letting them go. You know, when the money thing comes up, because he always got a lot of good players,
young players
on one team. You know, and that's how the best stay the best, because they all do that thing. It's like college. Alabama don't stay good because they've been sitting at the bus stop. Auburn don't stay good because, I mean, not Auburn, but Clemson.
Yeah. Because
they've been sitting at the bus stop. All these teams, you know what I'm saying? Because when they got top coaches, you're going to have top recruits. So, okay, you're here for a couple of years, boom, another guy. He looks exactly like, you know.
Just change the number. Get a different haircut.
Guy looks exactly like the guy that was playing here.
Right.
You know? That's why I'm saying you can't look at a Seattle defense and go, well, can't get right with out and the starting safety. But you can't play for a dude like Pete Carroll. You could be third string. When you get in the game, you better hold your own. Other than that, you won't be around very long. You won't be around. Like Carson. Got him turned into a top running back.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you know, Doug Baldwin and all those guys. Those guys weren't even drafted.
Tyler Lockett.
He was drafted, but he's a top guy now.
Yeah.
I mean, golly, and you got that DJ Metcalf. What is he going to
that
be?
guy, I want to see him and LeBron James, like, in a cage. Lock those two dudes up, put them in a cage, UFC 299. I mean, come on. That's money right there.
Oh, my goodness, man.
That's body versus body.
Oh, man, that's another genetic freak.
You see him warming up before the game? I mean, the guy's catching over the goalpost. I mean, just hanging out, just casually jumping.
Goodness, man. I was like, is that real? Was that superimposed?
Yeah, I thought it was one of those like one of those graphic that you can make up or something.
I was like, is that really this dude jumping that? I'm like, goodness.
Didn't even load up. I mean, the guy's just like casually jumping.
Wow, man. But hey, that's the one I'm done. So you think the Seahawks win this game?
I think the Seahawks win this game. I think they show their dominance. I think that, to me, they're a better football team overall. I mean, you got a quarterback who's going to make the plays, whether they're up or down. I think they know how to navigate and manage their team.
I'm telling you, Russell Wilson might be the smartest quarterback I've ever seen. This dude, he just know how to win. You know what I'm saying? He just methodically does what he does.
Right.
And you really can't put your finger on what he does.
Right. It's not like he's like exceptional in like throwing in tight windows. He's not exceptional in throwing the deep ball. But he doesn't make mistakes. If you think about it, I mean, there's very small mistakes he does.
And he knows how to extend plays. And then he runs when he has to. And then when it looks like he's going to run, you get a hit. Then he slides, make you more upset because you couldn't get a hit on him. And it's like, and he keeps everybody together.
Right.
You know how he goes to people and talk to this guy, hey, man, do this. Don't
He's
worry
a true
about this,
leader.
blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, goodness, man, that's hard to beat. That's just hard. Russell Wilson is one of those guys that even when the Seahawks didn't have good teams, they were still competitive.
Yeah, and he was still producing numbers.
Yeah.
He would be. I mean, his team would be in the game. But, you know, a lot. I mean, you never see the game. You never tune in to watch the Seahawks and they're getting blown out. That just doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, they're competitive every game, win or lose. But this is one that's on the docket that everybody's talking about. All this week, people have been talking about Drew Brees got old last week. He didn't get old in the first week. He got old.
He got old after 7 days passing.
Yeah. Now I'm old. Saints versus the Packers.
That's a good one. I mean, you got two quote-unquote old guys, right? You got Aaron Rodgers versus Drew Brees. Michael Thomas is going to be out, it seems like. So I think they're going to rely the ball. They're going to run the ball heavily with Kamara and Latavius Murray. I think if the Saints can run the ball and stay committed to the running game, I think they beat the Green Bay Packers.
But you got to realize something. The Green Bay Packers got a heck of a two-headed monster themselves.
Aaron Jones.
Yes. So, I don't know if this is going to be an interesting game.
I think whoever dominates the time,
this is going to be different.
Whoever dominates the time to me is going to win, Because, I mean, the Packers, they have, like you said, they have a really good running game. Aaron Jones he's a workhorse. He can run the ball 30 times a game.
Right.
Same thing with Kamara.
Right.
So I think whoever has the ball more, it wins the game. And it's one of those games where Drew Brees can make a play, and so can Aaron Rodgers.
Right. But did Drew Brees get old?
No, I don't think so. I think he had. I mean, this guy's human. He has
Did
an
he get
off
old?
weeks. He has an off week. I mean, give him some slack.
I don't know, man.
You think he got old?
I think he relies on Thomas so much, and Thomas wasn't there. That's what I think.
Yeah.
That he panicked.
Yeah, that could happen.
Because they haven't had any offseason. I mean, no preseason, rather.
Right.
So I think it was kind of hard for him to mesh because, if you look at the game against Tampa Bay the first week, he missed a lot of stuff that game. He got a lot of stuff, but he missed a lot of stuff. So I think last week it kind of got to him. But young Derek is throwing the ball. Young Derek looked good the other night, man. But for the Las Vegas team, the team.
Yeah, Derek Carr.
Yeah. But check this one out, man. Cleveland versus Washington.
You had a pretty good quarterback play last week with Dwayne Haskins. I mean, he's looking. You talk about a week's difference. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, but what happened to him? Now they got 8 sacks in the first game.
Yeah.
What happened to that? What, those guys go to sleep the next week or what? You get 8 sacks one week and you can't do anything the next. What's up on that?
Maybe they found a hole. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure that out. And everybody, this Washington defense.
Yeah.
They're so smothering. But they look like they just got to eat smothered chicken. You know what I'm saying? Before they went out to work last week.
Yeah.
What's with that?
They actually got downgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came back to earth, so to speak. All their special juice ran out.
You know what really gets to me? It's how everybody's making these assumptions 2 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray is an MVP candidate?
I think people are just missing football so much that they get a small dosage of it that they just make these assumptions and say these radical things. Because, I mean, for a while, we weren't looking like we were going to have football. And so now you get blessed with 2 weeks. You don't know how much longer we're going to get this, Stevie Ray. So you got to make your crazy assumptions now.
Yeah, I guess you're
right.
They
pull the rug.
You guess you're right.
But I got Cleveland winning that game, actually.
You got Cleveland?
I got Cleveland.
I'm going to watch that game.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it my business. If I don't watch it, I'm going to tape it. Because I have to come back next week, and I'm going to have a full evaluation on the Washington football team.
Right. Yeah, that's what they're called. Literally.
Yes, the Washington football team. I'm going to have a full evaluation. And I'm going to let the whole world know as to what I think about the Washington. Because I haven't really watched them. I stopped watching them when Kirk Cousins left.
Right.
I was a big Kirk Cousins fan. Still am. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back, right here on Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the world's most dangerous podcast. And we're going to be going into our last segment. But we'll be right back.
Well, hello out there. Hey, my name is Dwayne Hines with Real Talk Real Estate, along with my sidekick,
Damian Hughes.
Hey, and we are the double D's of real estate. So look, if you're out there and you've been interested in owning a home, but you've been getting run around and you don't know how the process goes, hey, dial the number on the bottom of your screen. Give us a call. Get some real talk, real solutions on all your real estate concerns. We are the double D's of real estate.
Be sure to catch us every Wednesday on Edge Radio at 11:30 for Real Talk Real Estate. D. Hines, Damian Hughes, the Double D's.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information.
And my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay?
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Hey, this is the Talk About Unity show where I bring the talk.
And I bring the unity.
And together we talk about unity. Unity is what matters.
Come on.
And right now in our country, that's what we've got to do. So we do that here at Talk About Unity on the Edge Radio Network. Be with us every week.
It's going to be awesome. It always is. And I tell you what, the more we seek first to understand, then be understood, we make progress.
And we like to do that. And that's why everybody's on the brink. We love what we do at Edge Radio because everybody's on the edge. We bring them back from the edge and we bring the unity. So we're just glad to Edge Radio Network every Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Talk about unity because here at Edge Radio Network, truth still matters.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our last segment. I am Stevie Ray. This is Straight Shooting with Stevie Ray, the radio version, right here on Edge Radio TV. Now we're going to get to the one game that everybody's been talking about.
Yeah, all the popcorn. All the popcorn talk.
The peanuts.
The peanuts. Get your popcorn ready.
Ravens and the Chiefs. Who you got?
This one's hard for me to pick. I mean, you got two dynamic quarterbacks who are never out of the game. Never out of the game. But to me, I got to roll with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I just think they're a better football team from what I've seen. But it's very razor thin, and I think these teams will see each other down the line. So it's like game one.
I got to go with the Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens. Because right now, in my opinion, the Ravens look better than any team in the NFL. They haven't even been tested yet.
Right.
And I think that plays into your favor as to the Chiefs might make them work. They haven't even had to work yet.
No. They had it last week they had it pretty easy with the Texans.
Pretty easy.
Extra easy.
What game were you watching, man? It was almost like Mason Rudolph was playing.
Yeah, it was terrible to watch. It was terrible to watch.
I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah, it was.
I had to turn the channel. I was like, goodness. Are we that bad? And I say we reluctantly, only because I live here in Houston.
Right.
How about them Cowboys, Frank, Harry? Yeah, we talked about the Cowboys, man. We talked about them. We think the Cowboys are going to be very competitive this weekend. We really do. But I think the Ravens, because they haven't been tested, they owe Kansas City. Lost to them twice.
Yeah, I mean, they got that chip. They got that little brother chip on their shoulder, the Ravens do.
Well, this is the thing that's getting me. I heard Skip Bayless say, now, why the guy puts things in this context, I have no idea. But he says Jackson's what, 23?
Yeah, 22, 23, something like that.
He's playing for his legacy. Who the hell builds a legacy in the regular season?
And at that young of an age, I mean,
legacy? Man, I just got here. I just got out of high school a few years ago.
I could barely buy a 12-pack.
Right.
I mean,
and I'm playing for a legacy? If I lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, how is that his fault if they lose?
I mean, if he does everything he possibly can do, yeah, there's no fault on. No one's shaming Lamar Jackson.
Dog, when you play professional sports, this is why I try to tell people that don't really know pro sports. You are never as good as you want to be. You are never as good as you want to be. You always want to get better. And I don't care if you're 50 years old.
Right.
I got to get better. I got to get better, and I got to keep learning. Every time we see people like that has that kind of mentality, they don't last long in professional sport.
Mm-hmm.
The hunger can't die. That is why you see a LeBron James playing at a high level.
Right. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right. That is why you see a Tom Brady playing at a high level. Because I might be slower, but my focus is better, which means I think faster. That means I react faster. Whereas when you're young, just your physical prowess can make up the difference. You see things that you couldn't see years ago.
Right.
So what do you think a 23-year-old guy, how much learning does he have? It's astronomical. And I heard Skip Bayless, this nincompoop, ninny, numbskull, any N word you want to call him, as far as I'm concerned. Any of them that describes this man.
Nitwit.
Yes. I think it's very important because he's playing for his legacy, because he said he didn't play very good in the playoff game last year. What player actually is thinking about yesterday? You ain't got time to think about yesterday.
Even that, like, what player goes into the one game number 3, week 3, saying, oh, man, this is for my legacy. I got to win this one. Forget all the other games.
Right.
This game right here is for my legacy. No player thinks that. They're thinking about getting a win.
Well, then they were talking about rivalry. Is this a rivalry? The only time, just like Shannon Sharp said, the only time it can be a rivalry is when we play in the playoffs.
Right, for meaningful games.
That is why you have certain teams like the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. They will always meet when it meant something. And we played in the same division.
Mm-hmm.
The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Ravens. It always meant something. We kill each other during the season. Now we got to see each other in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping you from going to the Super Bowl. You trying to keep me from going. That is a rivalry.
Right, yeah.
Tom Brady going up against Peyton Manning in the playoffs. That is a rivalry. Because you want what I want. I don't want what you want in regular. You don't want to beat you. You want to beat me. But you ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. They number game 3. I'm 23 years old, man. I can barely buy a 6-pack. You think I'm thinking about a legacy? I just got here. I just got out of high school.
Right, yeah.
A few years ago. I'm serious.
I think
18 to 23, that ain't but 5 years.
I honestly think Lamar Jackson is thinking about getting the new PS5 more than he's thinking about his legacy. Let's be honest.
I don't understand this dude, bro. This dude is senile. I'm convinced of it.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is senile. Lamar Jackson is thinking about his legacy at 23 years old. And I didn't start but half the season year before last. And I started last year in a new offense that they let me run. So I really just got a chance to learn it. Now I'm playing for my legacy.
Do or die. Game 3. Week 3, sorry. Can you believe that?
I think Skip Bayless should be given a 1-week ticket to Cleveland. And we should be seeing him walk.
Right.
The elephant walk.
And not a round trip, just a one-way.
Yeah, one way, because he ain't coming back. No. This man is a numbskull, bro. Just like when he was talking about Dak Prescott and the depression.
Yeah,
that he was going through. How insensitive is that? You're an idiot. You're a straight up punk.
Right, yeah.
I don't think he should be saying that because quarterback is the most important position in sports. You are a leader of men, and I don't think he should have came on and said. I think you should be evaluated for mental depression right now. And I'm not talking about. I think you should be in a straitjacket somewhere.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, and everybody like really picked him apart on social media, and
he didn't even realize how stupid. How stupid he was. How stupid it was.
And then, but Dak Prescott's got so much support from multiple players,
right?
Different types of positions, offense, defense, whatever. I mean, for Skip Bayless to say that is just like you said, was it nincompoop? Nincompoop.
I'm still trying to get over the death of my mother. My brother commits suicide. I got the pressure of all these things and still want to perform as a top athlete in the
and one of the top teams in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, these teams
with that.
Right.
And Skip Bayless, this walking ninny, comes out and say, I don't think I'm really not supporting that. I don't think he should have came out. And I know people are going to get all of. You actually think you're trying to tell somebody something. You actually think you are edifying someone.
Mm-hmm.
He actually does. He actually think I'm saying some smart stuff right now. And then when the you know what hit the fan, I didn't let him talk the next day. What I was saying is if you are feeling any kind of mental depression, you should seek help.
Mm-hmm.
Then why aren't you seeking help? I mean, Sigmund Freud couldn't have helped this guy, man. This guy's almost gone. He's gone. I think he's a laughingstock, and he doesn't even know it. He's not respected by any athletes, and he honestly think he getting over by being a natural contrarian.
Mm-hmm.
If you see what I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
He think that's his stick. If I'm a natural contrarian, it's gotten you this far, but now, you know what I hate?
What's that?
Let me tell you what I hate. When I listen to someone talk and they evaluate something,
mm-hmm.
and when they finish with their evaluation, I feel like the dumbest person on earth. Angel, I don't like feeling like the dumbest guy on earth. I don't like that, man. Angel, I pride myself on kind of knowing a little about a lot.
Right.
And I know I'm a good person when it comes to comprehension. I'm very good at it. I practiced on it for years to comprehend what I'm listening to and try to put it together in my head. Angel, I've worked on it for years. You know why? Because I told myself once, I'll never be the dumbest guy in the room. But when I get through listening to Skip Bayless, you know what I feel like?
You feel like the dumbest guy in the room.
I feel like the dumbest guy in the room. Do you know what that feels like?
That's why I don't watch Skip Bayless. I don't want to feel like the dumbest guy in the room. So what I do when I see his Jordan sneakers and his fake gold chain or his that he bought from the little kid vending machine, I turn the channel. I turn it off.
I'm a big fan of Shannon, though.
Yeah, I like Shannon. Shannon keeps it real.
Man, a lot of people just don't know, man. Not a good feeling. When I can listen to a man talk for 5 minutes and then I'm asking myself, what? What is this? What did he say?
And the worst part about it is you can't call the guy out. You can't even have that dialogue with him because he's, I don't know, in Cleveland, wherever the hell he's at.
He should be in Cleveland. I mean, that should be cruel and not unusual, but cruel and usual punishment for him.
Yeah, definitely. Send him to Cleveland.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had another one. Frank said, how about them Cowboys, man? We talked about them. Hopefully the Cowboys have a good game. I want to see a good game.
I want to see a good game, too.
And
I think that one's on Sunday Night Football, right? And then the Ravens and the Chiefs are on Monday night.
I I think the Saints are on Sunday Night Football. And against the Packers. I think Dallas plays in the afternoon. 3:30, 3:25, something like that. And the Monday night game, who's the Monday night game?
I want to say it's the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Ravens and Chiefs is Monday. Yeah, that's right, Monday. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we talked about a few things that you would like to talk about. But like I said, we're going to have a first annual voting registration right here, voting registration drive, right here at the Midtown Bar and Grill, 415 West Gray Street, Houston, Texas. Come down. We got music. We got food. We even got art gallery set up for you guys that's into those kind of things. And any parting words before we go, brother?
No, we want to see everybody out here at this voter registration. I mean, I think it's very important to get your voice heard, and that's the way that us as a society, us as a community can make a change. It starts with voting.
That's right, brother. Starts with voting. But I am Stevie Ray for my man Angel Corona. This is Straight Shootin' with Stevie Ray, the radio version, and we are out.
Peace.